Who was that?
Geet's mother.
Miriam
Yeah,
Koffler? Schechter. Yep.
yeah. I think they sold paint or something, and I remember she used to tell the people living there, "I grant it to you instead of guarantee. I grant it to you. This is the best paint." Such little things I remember, you know.
Do you remember Gito?
Yes, of course.
What do you remember about her?
She was a very nice, respectable lady, quiet. Loved her children, raised her children. My mother liked her. They were first cousins, I think. Yeah.
And then, how often did you see them, or when did you see them?
Well, you know, we were at one end of the town and they were like downtown. So when I had to come downtown for something, I would stop in the store and see them. I liked them all. They were wonderful people.
How old were you when you left Rajnav?
I think I was 11 when we came here, and my sister was 9 and 11.
Was Rajnav an easy place to live or a hard place, or?
It was hard because, as in all towns, the Gentile people didn't like the Jews. I remember Mary and I going to school, and the Gentile boys used to throw stones at us. We tried to avoid them going to school, but there was only one way to go.
Yep.
It was not a happy place to live, not for us anyway.
Were there pogroms back then?
I don't know right then and there, but there was a time when all of the Jews left Rostov, and my mother and her 2 girls, nobody took them with them. We were left behind while all the Jews exited from Rostov. And we watched them they went by our house in order to go where they were going. So we saw them all go one by one. Not one cast an eye in our direction or to say something. We were just abandoned. We were left alone. So that wasn't a happy time.
Wow. And then, let me see. So, what do you remember about Miriam Koffler, Schechter, and what was her husband? Her husband was Yichel Schechter, or something like that?
I just don't.
You remember him?
No, don't know them.
And then Gitzel's husband was Moses or Moshe.
I saw him once. I think he was a little guy, a small guy, and but I never talked to him.
And then, were you closest in age to like Sally or
No,
Dora or Mickey or?
no. See, they were. I don't know exactly the proximity, but I don't remember being with them.
Okay.
You know, like you do with cousins, like these 2 girls. No.
Okay.
But I like them.
Bill Metal was back next over. Grandma, if you want to see what this... Oh, didn't know you were recording. You recording?
Yeah, just a little bit.
What does it sound like when, on a recording when someone keeps going, are you recording?
Like that.
About like that?
We'll say your name.
Oh,
So that way they know on here.
Grossman.
Okay, there you go.
Gary Grossman.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm Julie Wolfson.
Alan Wolfson, famous for being married to Julie Wolfson.
And the fact that the 2 of you guys are together.
Say hi, Heather.
Hey there.
Oh, wow.
Louie, say hello. Deb.
Abigail, Jessica.
Cookie, when I turn around today.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey, Joe, look over here. Joseph.
Grandma, I got a
Wolfson.
picture of a
Look at the
chinchilla on
camera.
the screen now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there.
It's just like my chinchilla.
Okay. He's not afraid of the camera.
I mean, I'm like,
Yeah, you got scared.
I always get shocked when the camera turns to me. I don't know what to say.
Let's see. Some other questions. Did you know? I guess. Let me see. Who your grandfather was? Your grandmother was Leah.
Yes.
Did you know Leah? I mean, do you know your grandmother or?
Oh, yes, I do her because we lived right there with her.
And what did she do for a living, or what did your grandfather do?
I never knew the grandfather. He must have died before I came along.
Okay.
Didn't know him.
And did you know Solomon Koffler, or your uncle or your great uncle?
No, I only knew Yussel.
Joseph, Clara's father.
Yes.
What was he like?
He was a very distinctive person. I think he was mayor of Rosneff at one time.
Who was mayor?
Joseph Koffler. That was her. That was her great uncle.
And was it like a Jewish section and a non-Jewish, or he was mayor of the whole city?
The whole city.
Which wasn't an overly favorable town to Jews, was it?
No, this was, Max Kuffler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
He
of him.
was he an uncle to Max? Or-
Yeah. In fact, Max took his last name.
Yeah, I know he did. He did like Tao.
Yeah. So although his last name was Tao, he took Koffler because of Joseph Koffler.
Yeah, he was a very distinguished person.
You have to be at that time to be mayor and be Jewish in a
He was very wise.
somewhat
and
anti-Semitic area.
very educated.
And then what about I guess Yeti and Malushki?
Yes, I knew Yeti very well.
What was she like?
She was a character. She was really a character. She came and she went and she joked and she used to call the operator and what name of somebody, and the operator says, "How do you spell it?" She says, "I didn't go to college. You did. You spell it. I don't know how to spell it." She argued. She was that way with everybody.
Mm-hmm. What about Malushki?
Malushki is, I don't know. I didn't know her too well. I don't think she was as warm as Katie and Rosie.
And then let me see. And then you knew Clara Wishner?
Yeah, I knew her. Yes. She was Koffler's, she was Yossel Koffler's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you know her in Rajnev or do you know her here?
I knew her in Rajnev, and I saw her once here. She came from, I think, Erie, Pennsylvania, someplace.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
And my mother wanted to see her, so we sent her car fare and told her to come. So she came. She visited with us for about a week, and then she went home. I liked her. She was nice.
What was she like? Did you know what her or her husband did, or for a living, or anything about them? Or?
Well, I don't know. She was different than in Rajnev because, so many things have transpired since then. She wasn't a funny, beautiful girl. She was very beautiful. In Rajnev, when she was single, she was very beautiful.
We're still online?
Let's see. And then, let me see. Let's see what else I have on here. And then, did you know Sally and Dora and Mickey and all them back in Rajnev, or when they came here? I mean, when did you?
Well, I know him better. I don't know why I didn't know him in Rajnev so well, but I was in New York a couple of times and I saw them, so it seems to me like I remember them from New York more so than from Rajnev.
And what can you tell me about them, or as far as what you remember?
I don't know. I think at one time the two mothers tried to get us to like each other. Jack, I think they wanted me to marry